All right, everybody, we're back with Carlos Mencia, the funny guy, and he's going to tell us a little bit more about his journey to be the incredible comedian and actor that he is today. And Mind of Mencia was a really popular show. It was fun.
It was.
How did that come to fruition?
It was so much bigger than I ever thought.
Yeah.
It was at the time because I was so stuck in the process of creating it. I've always wanted to have a show of some kind, and I was approached by Comedy Central to do a kind of a live pilot. So it was more like a play.
Right.
And then they said, hey man, we definitely want to put you on our network. And it was, so when Comedy Central gave me the news, they said two things. Number one, you're getting picked up. Number two, you're going to be a companion show to Dave Chappelle. At the time, Chappelle Show was the standard for comedy shows. And I am just in heaven.
Show.
I'm just like, what? So our mandate was, don't do anything that might be in the world where he's going to want to do it because, you know, he's got first dibs over, stuff like that. So we were excited. But that was also the year that he was like, no, I don't think I want to do the show, blah, blah, blah. So we ended up not being a companion show to his show because he didn't come back. And so it was a bummer, but it was also, you know what, I can't think about that. I got to just do the show. And we had these mandates of what we could and couldn't do at first because we were under the auspices that it was going to be a companion show. And so that's kind of how the show started.
Now, what exactly is a companion show?
A companion show is he was going to go on and then I was going to go on.
Oh,
so he was going to go on at 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock and I was going to be at 9:30.
Oh, okay.
And we were going to be companion shows in that he was going to do a very African-American perspective. I was going to do a very Latino perspective. And we were probably going to do some things together where I was going to be on his show and he was going to be on my show.
Okay.
And so we were going to kind of do a block of this is the ethnic hour, so to speak, for Comedy Central.
And that didn't happen.
Didn't happen, which was good and bad. We became this show, but I was so concerned with creating the show, making the show fresh, making sure that the show had a voice. That I didn't see myself through the successful lens that other people saw me. I was just in a different world. I was in a world of work. I was in a world of, I have the responsibility, not just for me, but for all these people that work here. You know, everybody here has a job right now because of my show. I need to make sure that they keep having jobs by making sure. There's also the pressure when you have television of being yourself, but toning it down enough. And so the networks are always fighting with you because they think or they're under the assumption that you're going to go too far, but we're not going too far. We're just talking about real life stuff.
Right.
And so you balance that out. And I remember, you know, talking one time to the executives and saying to the executives, listen, guys, you guys want the same thing I do. This doesn't have to be a contentious relationship. I want more people to watch this show because the more people watch the show, the more you're going to charge, the more you're going to charge, the more I can make. It is a synergetic relationship.
For sure.
But, you know, a lot of the stuff was like, oh, you want to do that? It's like, whoa, man, why are you coming at me like that? I'm not doing it because you think I want to say something that's going to offend half of this country? Of course not. I'm saying things that I think are going to make everybody laugh.
Yeah.
So that part was hard. It's so hard because just the way, the nature of the beast, it's them thinking, oh, you can't say that, you can't say that. And for me, it was like, listen, okay, I can't say it. How can I say it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, what if I said it this way? Well, that might work. What if I said it this way? That will work. Great, I'll say it this way. Sure. So for me, it's all about finding solutions, right? I can't say, you know, vagina, then can I say vajayjay? Can I say vag? You know, nope, you can't say any of those. All right, you know what? I'm going to make up a word. What do you mean? I'm going to make up a word. I'm going to say women's jujara or something like that. Everybody's going to know what I mean, you know? So I would make up words that didn't exist anymore to talk about,
That's
you know.
funny. I like
I would
that.
be like, oh, and she had not washed her panuch. Nobody knows what that means. That's my word. I made it up. Nobody could say no. And so it was, for me, it was about trying to find solutions to get the jokes out. But it was tough because I had blinders on. I was just so focused on the creative process.
Yeah, TV is going to be more restrictive because there's certain guidelines they've got to stick to on regular, national television. They have all those parameters. But when you're in
the problem is it's what the issue with that though is this was back in the day when it was called cable television.
Oh.
And cable television did not fall under FCC regulations because it wasn't free.
Yeah.
So the FCC deals with free. NBC, ABC, CBS, they're going over that's free. Anybody can watch it.
Yeah.
They didn't at the time, I don't think so, that they don't now, just like HBO, right? HBO can say anything they want because you have to pay for that service.
Right.
But it's the same for cable. You had to pay for cable.
Yeah.
So they actually fell under the same auspices.
Oh,
The
interesting.
difference was they were policing themselves. So Comedy Central, you can say whatever you want. They just don't want to say so much that
They were
the
trying to,
FCC is going to come in and go, wait a
Sure.
minute, you're going too far. Maybe we should look into making sure you guys don't go
Right.
too far. So they were just policing themselves. So it wasn't something that was like, okay, according to FCC rules, you can't say this.
Sure.
You could say it.
Yeah.
It was more than being afraid of like, do we really want to invite this? And so there was the creative process fighting with if I say it this way, it's not going to be real. If I say it this way, it's going to sound a little more authentic.
Right.
And I need the authenticity for this specific joke because I'm talking about these kinds of people.
Right.
And so if I don't go there, well, sure, let's see, how can we push it? And so there was a lot of push and pull, a lot of give and take.
But you
At
had-
the end, it's very,
It was very successful though. You had 3
Very successful.
successful seasons, so you did walk that line pretty well. And then
we had 4 actually successful
4
seasons.
seasons,
Yeah,
okay.
did well. And, even when I left, the ratings weren't crazy. They weren't bad or anything. It was just time to
move
do
on to the
something
next
different.
thing.
But yeah,
So-
I'm very proud of the show.
Yeah,
very
it was
proud
a
of the
great show. It was a lot of fun. We
Yeah.
all loved watching it. So many people remember that.
And right now, all the kids that watched it when they were, 8 to 15 years old are now coming to my shows as adults.
Nice.
And
yeah.
letting me know, like, hey, bro, when I was a kid, I used to watch Mind of Mencia, and I was like, wow, that's crazy.
Right.
And my parents didn't want me to, but it was so funny and blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. And so, yeah, it's interesting to see that voyage. And it's interesting to see how a show like that right now is something that, some people have been asking me, like, how do we, do something similar? And that's the hard part, right? Because you don't want to do 2.0. But you also, want to do something that
maybe?
is reminiscent. So,
Yeah, exactly.
do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Something that kind of falls within the same lines, but
So are you-
isn't exactly the same. So, yeah,
So
I'm
you're,
working
like,
on that.
Working on that. Okay.
Touring has, gotten amazing. Working
Nice.
on a new special. So touring, working on a new special, have the residency here. So as of now,
Nice.
my cup runneth over, but
Yeah.
it's just exhausting.
Yeah.
Oh man, because there are days when I just go home and sleep for 18 hours straight.
I can
Literally.
imagine. And you have a podcast here on Hey Vegas
And the podcast
TV.
here, yeah. So we're doing like a little bit of everything at this point.
It's called Between the Laughs. You guys check it out on Hey Vegas
Yeah,
TV
with
right
me and
here.
Gabe Lopez. Gabe, is somebody that I was friends with for a while, but
Nice.
now he's working with me. He opens the shows. He has his own show that's been going on 13 years. The Dirty at 12:30. That's just like an
Nice.
epic local show that is it's sold out every weekend, and
Nice.
it's about free speech. And so, there's a lot of synergy happening around
Nice.
what's going on, and part of the reason that my show now is the way it is because when we first did the residency, they said to us, you don't have to police yourselves, but it's 18 and over. Take
Right.
it into consideration. And Gabe just goes on stage and just F-bombs every other
no.
sentence. F this and F that, and you effing women, and you effing men, and you effing people, and you effing this, and you effing that. And he just went so far that by the time I got on stage, I'm like, we're already past the point of no
Way
return
past.
here. I'm just going to go and be myself completely and
Yeah.
not even censor any of it. And when I got off stage, we got a standing ovation. So all the people from Pompeii and at the time Caesars were like, you know what? Keep doing what you're doing. They seem to love it.
Yeah.
Let's see how the numbers work out.
Right.
And we ended up doing an uncensored show on the Strip, one of the first of its kind.
Wow.
So, or at least recently, because everything goes so much in this town is geared toward everybody can come.
Yeah.
Family driven, right?
Yeah, there are a lot of shows that are family driven.
So much of that.
Big time.
And, this is one of those shows that's like Absinthe. Come, but know that it's different. It's not the same as all the other shows.
Right.
I'm not trying to be funny for everybody.
Right.
This is a show for people with an open mind that want to laugh.
I understand.
And so that's kind of how we went with it. But it was born from Gabe just going on stage and F-bombing it to the point where
And
I kind of went that route myself. And by the time I went up there and did it 5 to 8 times compared to his 50 in 20 minutes, it felt like nothing, and everybody loved it. So now it kind of took its own thing, and now we're doing the uncensored show, on the Promenade, on the Strip at Jimmy Kimmel's, and it's
Jimmy Kimmel's Comedy
kicking
Club.
ass every Tuesday and Wednesday at 10 o'clock. We're doing great, and then we do karaoke after, and people stay. And we have
I got to come try that.
Oh, it's great. It's fun. Yeah, we ask people like if anybody wants to stay, and they stay, and it's great because I tell people it's about me getting to hang out with you and you getting to hang out with me.
Yeah.
And we have usually 1 or 2 people that can sing and 10, 20 that go up and have,
fun.
They have fun. And they're in the shower and, we give them a round of applause and no matter how, everybody feels good. And, we put enough reverb that nobody sounds too bad.
We just cover that up a little bit.
Oh yeah,
it's all good.
sometimes, man, we're like sometimes those Asian, especially the karaoke's where they're Korean, and you walk in there and they give you the mic and it's like hey, because it's so reverby.
Yeah.
We kind of go there sometimes, but it's fun, it's connective, and it's an entire thing. So from 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock. Hang out, make them laugh, then we hang out, have a couple of drinks, and go through that, working on expanding by doing a special and working on a new TV show.
Amazing.
And so right now, everything's up there, and it's all about me just staying mentally and physically fresh.
Right.
That's the hard part.
Sure. Keeping it fresh, keeping it real every night.
Yeah, and so let's say Sunday. Sunday, I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to catch my flight. And my flight got canceled. Put me on the next flight. That got delayed because of weather. It's in Fort Lauderdale. Finally, 12 hours later, 5 o'clock, we take off. Mid-flight, there's weather in Dallas, so we don't have enough fuel. We have to be diverted to Houston. We land at Houston. We can't be here for over 3 hours because if we are, then you have to exit the plane. Checking all the planes, all the flights on American from Houston to LA are gone, so I'm praying.
The fun continues.
Yes, as far, So then at this point, it's like, oh my God, we got to get on this flight. We got to get on. We got to get out of here. We get out of there. We land. By the time we land, they're like, look, all the flights are gone. But the last flight was delayed to LA. So I go to that flight and I'm like, listen, I know I already have my meal voucher. I already have my voucher to go get my room. And yet I could go there. So anyway, long story short, I'm on standby. I get on the flight. We depart at 2 o'clock in the morning. Get to LA at 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Those days, right, the day that I just described, are the days that I have to either figure out, is it funny enough that everybody would laugh? Probably not. So what am I going to do with this? Such is life. I'm going to just let it go. Because if not, then you become that guy who's doing those posts like, man, I'm stuck in an airport.
No grumpy pants.
Yeah, and
it's not
it's
funny.
easy, but it's not funny. It's not funny. It's not conducive. It doesn't take people to a good place.
Yeah.
And it's all just negative crap. So
we
to
try to
find a way to
keep it positive.
stay positive
it
and
positive.
go, you know what? I had a day.
We've all got days.
I had a day.
Yeah, yeah.
And what I do, I have this thing with my family, all right? I have 2 kids and my wife, and my mom lives not far. When I say to them, I'm having a day, when I get home, just know that. They're so nice.
Yeah.
They come up and they make sure to hug me, and my older ones and my little ones, Dad, are you okay? Is everything okay?
Nice.
And you know, when an 8-year-old looks up and says, are you okay, Dad, with that smile, and they're concerned, it all goes away immediately.
Yeah.
All that
It's all
stuff is
worth
like,
it.
who cares? My little one actually is concerned. Like, there's a difference when your mom told him to say it, but when he's like, Dad, are you okay, Dad? It's like, oh, yes, I'm okay.
That's
Hell
adorable.
yeah. And so
That's
it just
adorable.
takes me out of it. Boom, I'm back in the saddle.
I love it.
And yeah, back to being able to be funny.
It's really
and
good.
that's all that needs. Like, everything for us is a preparation
Yeah.
on what we're gonna do to be funny when somebody snaps and says,
Yeah.
go, it's go time, introducing you, whatever it is.
Well, with that, we're going to be right back. And we're going to bring your friend Gabe on here and find out about the show that's going on, The Dirty at 12:30. So we'll be right back here on Hey Vegas TV, live with April Diamond.